And aloha, everyone. We're kind of getting a late start here. Very late start. I don't know why. We're going to just blame Alex.
It's okay. It's
Curse you.
okay. I can. It's okay. I can take the fall. It was my. I apologize. That event accidentally bit into Seth's router.
Now Javon just had a day one patch.
Yeah,
Took a bit to
Ivana got a
download.
bug.
Took a bit to download the patch.
Giovanna had a few bugs. Not just a bug, a few bugs. Anyways.
We went out in the woods. She got a few ticks on her. Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah, we inserted a failsafe.
Anyways. When we left our investigators, you spent the night in a swamp. Luckily, you found some dry ground. Not easy to find in the middle of a swamp, believe me.
Was it dry or just only slightly damp?
It was dry and maybe slightly damp. Because it's been raining, you know? And it's also kind of misty. Anyways. You spent the night in the middle of a swamp. But you didn't really get a good night's sleep. Because you were suddenly awoken by some very rude spirits. At least that's what you think they were. And you had an interesting encounter with something that was creating a storm in the middle of this clearing. Giovanna was climbing up in trees.
Hey, I got a hero point. Hero points. I need to add those.
Yeah. And Yvette is fully convinced that she was the reason that it ran off.
Listen, that's the first time I've successfully climbed a tree. I'm proud.
Are you gonna let it be the last one?
Possibly.
Anyways. You did finally chase off this haunt, this whatever it was. And you were able to sleep through the rest of the night. But that is only the beginning of your troubles in the Shadowwood. Our adventurers are in the Shadowwood. This dark region, this dark swampy region in the southern region of Olympus. In fact, I'm going to give you guys the link. I probably should have done that earlier. There you go.
I don't know about you guys. I feel a little rested. You guys look like crap.
Yeah, you awaken to the sound. You awaken to a buzzing sound.
Wait, I would never went to sleep.
Yeah, but Rune awakens. Rune and Yvette awaken to a buzzing sound.
Smack at it. What the hell? Come on. Billy? Hold on a second.
Roll a perception check.
What?
Roll a perception check. Our first roll of the day.
And watch it be botched.
Well, that's totally botched. You look around, trying to find the source of this buzzing sound. And you realize that distance away in the dense trees, there's a flying insect creature, a flying insect Mystimon, with a long beak or something. It's a long, thin needle on its snout or something. And it's just buzzing around. You can make me a nature check if you want to try to identify what this creature could be.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
I was gonna say,
Or
can I
try.
also like roll
We all
perception
rolling
as a
nature, or
penalty
just
because you know
Yeah,
sleeping?
I would assume that Rune probably points it out. Do you point it out, Rune?
Yeah, point. What the hell is that?
Yeah, Giovanna Giovanna just blurts out, "It's a transquito."
Oh, that's the mosquito. That's a mosquito?
A transquito. Transquito.
transmosquito. It's a transgender mosquito.
Nice. Good for them. Good for them.
Yesterday was Nationally Coming Out Day.
Oops.
Oh,
Yeah.
Trantanosquita. I can't say that word.
That.
Oh, transquito. There's an extra T.
Yeah.
You know what?
Alright.
Good for them. We support you, transquito.
Good for them. Anyways,
I don't care what you do, just don't suck my blood.
Giovanna, that was a critical success. And what you know about transquitos is when they drain blood, they can actually change their color. Their magical color.
Oh.
like, does that get pointed out to Yvette too?
Yeah.
Wait, so Giovanna's not going to be worried about this because Giovanna does not have blood?
Yeah, you're not worried about it. But you're probably more so worried for Rune and Yvette. They do have blood.
No, if you think Giovanna even thinks about the fact that other people are human and have blood, Giovanna just forgets that like the other two are just like fleshy.
Anyways, so like Yvette wakes up, like kind of shake herself off. She looks at the side and says, "That's I've seen some big mosquitoes, but that one's a bit larger."
It's a
Great.
transquito.
Man,
Is it
why
a
does
state
have to be
bird?
right after I wake up?
Well, that's a transquito, Yvette. Respect them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's a bit
Is it
large.
like?
It's about the size of a.
Oh,
It's about the size of maybe a smallish dog.
Okay, it's a state bird.
okay. You guys are gonna like volunteer to stay in the front, or?
I mean, Giovanna's absolutely not worried about this thing because, again, no blood.
And it hasn't noticed you yet, but you do know that they sense blood.
Are you
So
hurt?
Well, you know,
Giovanna's
it's
gonna
gonna
walk up
notice.
to it.
It's gonna notice me anytime now, so.
Giovanna's just gonna is just gonna get up and walk towards it because, again, it's not gonna notice me.
Actually, wait a second. Wait. I'm gonna spend some time observing it, and I am like out of character. I'm going to use what was it again? Uh, I'm gonna use pursue a lead. And I'm gonna try to like stay a bit for that because if I pursue a lead on something for like 10 minutes, then devise a strategy becomes a free action. So while you guys are like doing that, Yvette stays in the background, just observing it and kind of planning out, you know?
So you're pursuing a lead on this Transketo?
Yep. Also, it's 1 minute. It's not 10 minutes, I think. Yeah, it's 1 minute.
Give me a second.
Yeah, she spends 1 minute like observing it and just taking notes.
Okay. So you spend a minute just observing this Transketo. Hopefully not making any noises or anything to
Nope.
bring
She's
attention to
very
yourself.
silent about it. I mean, if I was playing my other character, she would be screaming, but
So
luckily I'm not.
you spend a moment observing it, and you notice that there are a couple of others buzzing around in the same general area.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you know that these Mystimon are very common in swampy regions like this.
Okay.
And how far away is it? Or is it just one?
You'd say it's probably 100 feet away or so. It's pretty far away. It hasn't noticed you yet.
Is it by itself?
There's a few of
Yep.
them. Yvette is
Yeah, Yvette just like goes to you and mentions there's more than one. There's
yeah,
more than one, by the way.
yeah, there's about 3 she's counted.
3?
Like around 3.
Should we move on, or should we just go ahead and smack him?
You fuckers go in the front.
Okay, she just points out one. It's a freeze. And I'm going to send off 3 ice bolts.
So you're
All
going
3 at 1.
you're going to cast freeze bolt.
Yeah, on 1.
All 3 missiles on 1. Okay.
Yeah, why not? Actually, I'm going to try 1, see how much it hurts. Hurts it.
Okay. Roll 3d4 plus. Oh boy.
Yay, 4. Zip, zip, zip. Freezing bolts. I hope it slows down. No, I don't think it
Those are
has
some
that
pretty
effect.
decent rolls, all things considered.
I wanted 4s and 5s. Do some damage.
Give me a second. So that's total of 10 damage. And now it's noticed you, and now I'm going to have you roll initiative.
Yay, initiative fight.
Initiative. Where's my initiative? Where's that at?
It's
Where's
perception. Perception. Or Yvette could do stealth if she wants.
No, I don't. My perception is a bit better, like a lot better.
Okay.
Um,
I'm going to go
so I go
grab a
first.
map.
Oh.
Let's see, which map do I want to go with?
This is on the main page.
I found a couple of new maps, so I think I've found our map. Let's see, can I still do fog? Oh well.
There's so much sun.
Lots of sun. Except here it's rainy and cold and
It's probably still 70 degrees outside. Dark.
If that has scales, temperature is not that big of an issue. At least when it comes to comfort.
Giovanna does not have flesh.
I was talking more in real
Yeah.
life.
That's what I was, and then Vet started talking about Vet, and then I was like, okay.
Okay. I am going to share this map. I think I like this map. I found this on Reddit. Oops.
Ooh, Reddit. Nice
Okay.
and swampy out here.
Mm.
Let's roll an initiative for these things. Okay. So everyone get initiative going. We're going to just
The hell? My name fucking spell list got freaking deleted.
what? What got deleted?
My spell list. My
Uh-oh.
level 1 spells.
Uh-oh.
Only thing I have going is my cantrips. That's it.
It's not your turn, Yvette. Not yet. I'm going to show these things. So the one you fired the missiles on is this one here, and you did 10 damage to it. And let's start this battle. So this Transketo is going to move up to Rune because you're the one who attacked it. And it is going to do a bite attack on you for 20 to hit. 20 to AC. On Rune.
It misses.
It misses. Then we're going to go -5. And it misses again. And that's its turn. Yvette.
All right. Um. Fuck it. If it is gonna walk over here, with using the free like action from the from the using the free devise a strategy
Okay.
to already roll an attack, and then attack it.
Go for it.
That leaves me. Yep. I'm gonna give it a nom.
That will hit. That will hit.
Okay. Um. So that's 1d6 plus 3d. Then it's 3d6. Okay.
So you're doing a bite attack on this. You're biting this insect.
Yep.
And
She just like
you take a
again.
big bite out of its abdomen and
Yeah, she just like
Ugh.
fucking leaps at it, and
and that is going to kill it. That it is. No, yeah. No, wait, no, it's not killed. Not dead yet.
fair.
Oh, yes, yes, it's. Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry,
not
I'm
dead
having
yet.
awful
Not dead
visuals
yet.
right now of what would be happening.
Mm,
Not dead yet. Sorry, my mouth is off.
it's pretty gross, but Yvette seems excited.
Yeah, Yvette is a Dravel King, to be fair, so she probably kind of enjoys
Yeah.
Transketo.
Ugh. I hate that.
Also, she just likes going feral every once in a while.
Okay, so you have one more
And
action.
yeah, I have one action left. Let me actually see what I can even do. Um, Sorry if this is taking a while. Let me just check one thing.
Yeah, that's kind of that's
Okay,
kind
I'm
of
gonna.
weird, Rune.
Okay. Did Rune take any damage? Like, or are they at full health?
Rune is good. Yeah, she's good.
Um. Well, then I guess no battle medicine needed. How's demoralized looking?
Okay,
Um.
so
Oh, I see. Okay. Then. It's a -4 to intimidation because it doesn't. We don't share languages, but
okay.
nice.
32 minus 4 equals 28 against its will DC.
Almost a crit. Almost a crit.
Um. So it kind of backs off a
I'm gonna
little
try
bit.
to.
It's
I'm gonna
a
try to
little.
demoralize this one specifically, the two Transquito 2.
Transquito 2? Okay.
As I'm like
So
fucking
that
tearing into
one's
the
a
flesh
little
of this one, I just
that one's kind of looking a little wary of you.
yeah, I like as I'm tearing into the flesh of this fucking one right in front of me, I look at the other one and just growl.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little taken aback and more interested in the rune now. Not too interested in the lizard.
Good.
This one is going to buzz on up. These things have a lot of fly speed, so 50 feet
Yeah,
fly speed. 50 feet.
Christ.
This one buzzes up and is going to bite Rune.
Oh no, karma. Oh, they're not
And
really
that is
biting
going to
me, so
be
not.
a 23 to AC on Rune.
It just hits.
Just hits. Okay. So this is going to be fun, and maybe fun for me, but so with its next action, it's going to grab you, and that is going to be 21 piercing damage. Also, you need to make a fortitude save. So Rune needs to make a fortitude save, and she just took 21 piercing damage. Oh, do you want to hero point that? Yes, she is going to hero point that.
Oh my god.
That would be terrible.
Thank God for battle medicine right now. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no.
Still worse.
Yeah, that's still
not
a
a-
critical failure. You
It's still a critical failure?
Right
you
in the jugular.
are now stage 2 malaria. And you are
Where's those
drained
pills?
1 and sickened 1.
I can treat that after the battle. It's okay.
This is a disease, and the sickened, you cannot just retch it away from malaria. You cannot just retch it away.
Well, it's nice knowing you guys.
Yeah.
Rune, no.
Rune now has stage 2 malaria.
Well, if I can spend 8 hours fucking treating that, then
And that's its turn. Giovanna, you're up next. Your friend just got mangled and now she is sick. What are you going to do?
Good question.
kill him. Just try to kill him. Honestly, that's what I say.
I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna kill it with. mm, I'm gonna use Ego Whip on that.
Go for it. What does Ego Whip do?
Okay, ego whip. Choose one creature you can see within 60 feet of you. This attacks the target's mind in a way leaving them filled with self-doubt. The target must make a will save.
Alright. The
You
target
have to
is
make a
going to make a
DC.
will save.
Just make sure they don't make a critical success or a natural 20. Because backlash.
Mm-hmm.
And it rolls 27.
And what was your DC?
What is your DC, or class DC?
Last DC, one moment.
Class or spell DC?
I can never find this because
Combat modes. That's what it's. Just open up that wire glass on the top right.
What?
It's under the combat tab?
Yeah, it's on the action tab.
Oh, action
Oh,
tab.
you said that and I was like, huh?
It's the name of their spell class, combat modes.
DC 22.
22.
So it passes, but it's not a critical.
I'm bad at this.
It's a success. If you had a critical success, you have a backlash.
Yeah,
You're
it would have
taking it.
backlashed me.
Okay,
And now
so
it takes half as much damage.
roll the damage.
It's 44.
So 6 damage to Transketo number 3.
Yes.
That Transketo takes 6 damage, and it's... Let's see... Okay, it doesn't have a weakness to that. Okay. That Transketo takes 6 damage from that. And it buzzes at you. But it's still more interested in Rune.
Mm-hmm.
And it still has its Prospical, I think it's called, or something like that. It still has it dug into her.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
how many actions do you have remaining?
2. Because I only did one thing.
So Yvette is now going to be in text.
I...
Okay, Giovanna, how about you
Yeah.
hold your 2 actions and figure out what you're going to do, and I'm going to pass the puck on to the next one, and when you figure out what you're going to do, I'll come right back to you, okay?
Yeah, thank you. Lana's having a day.
And this Transketo is going to buzz its way up. And it's been a little demoralized. What does demoralized do again? Let's see. Ah, it's frightened 1. It is frightened 1, so... It will take a status penalty equal to that value to all of its checks and DCs. Okay. So it's going to make a bite on Yvette with a -1. And that is going to be 19 to AC. I don't think that hits. That is a miss. And the next one is going to be a -6. No, -5 actually, because it has finesse. And that is I miss. And Rune, you were feeling very sick and drained. What are you gonna do?
I'm a little mad. I'm going to use a free action to use a striking spell. I'm going to implement Vampiric Touch on my blade.
Okay. Let's see if you can demolish this one. As it's trying to suck your blood. Welcome to the swamp.
Oh my god. Here.
And that is a hit. It's not a critical.
Alrighty. But it's still going to do that additional Vampiric Touch damage to it. Whoa.
Youch!
It still roll a crit?
It still rolled the crit, but it's probably still more than enough to kill it.
I still got the needle stuck in my chest.
I saw those dice and I was like,
Yeah, that was a lot of dice. Yeah,
That's 2 actions. Okay, I'm just go ahead
go for a Transketo number 1.
yeah, just a regular attack. I got 1 attack left.
And
Wrong
that one is a
dice.
miss. That was a miss. And next round, Transketo number 1 is going to come up here and bite Rune.
no.
And it is a critical miss. Let's bring up that table.
Okay. Can I,
It is a melee attack if you're using a slashing weapon. No, it's not a slashing weapon. It is now enfeebled 2. It got a pulled muscle.
can I use my, because since he missed that bad, can I just like use my axe, just pull out the needle, stick it in his own eye? Stick it into that one's eye?
Do you have a reaction to do that?
I still have a reaction. I don't think, I'm asking if I can go ahead, since he had a critical miss, can I use my reaction? So I can use that dead mosquito with the needle still stuck in my chest. I pull it out and stick it in his own eye for it.
Make a melee attack check.
Got 20.
Critical hit.
God.
It would have been it would have actually been a miss. So because of that, because it is a 20 on the die, that just brings it down by 1 stage, so it is a hit.
So what's the needles, the damage?
Let's
Does.
say 1d8.
I take one of his brethren and pull it out of his chest and stick it in that one's eye for missing. Now he's blind in one eye.
And now it's going to bite you again. And it follows a 1 on the die with a 20 on the die. After it's -4 from... Actually, -5. Yeah, it's -5 because of it's enfeebled. Is going to be 25 to AC. Does
It
that
hits.
hit? That is a hit. It is going to be a critical hit.
Damn, I made it see better.
And that is going to be... that is going to be... that is going to be... 17 piercing damage. And it doesn't have another action to grab you, unfortunately. But you take 17 piercing damage.
No.
You are feeling that. Yvette. Is going to attack Transketo 1 without devise a strategy, then quickly pull out a set of healer's tools from her backpack, a predictive purchase, and to try to patch up Rune with battle medicine. And she says, "God damn it, you asshole, be careful."
Oh my god.
So, she's going to make an attack first on Transketo number 1. And that is going to be a 21 to AC. That is a miss. And then she's going to make a medicine check on Rune. Because of assurance, she does succeed. So that was treat wounds. So you heal 11 Rune. I'm going to apply that. So you're not as hurting.
Excuse me, while I'm squirting hydraulics.
Oh my god.
And yeah, that was her 3 actions. Giovanna.
It's my turn again.
Yes, it is.
Um.
Did you ever figure out what you wanted to do?
Jesus Christ, no. I'm gonna stab it with a dagger. Number 1.
Okay. Go for it. And that is going to be a hit.
Okay. 4 damage.
And that one is dead.
Yes!
You still have another
And
one.
there is
This
still
one's
another
trying
one.
to suck Yvette's blood.
I'm gonna ego whip it.
Okay, go for it.
Which is a will save. It's 60 feet of me.
And that is going to be 23. I believe it passes. Yeah, your DC is 22. So it passes. Half damage.
Damage, yeah.
44, I believe it was.
Yes, 1 second.
And that is going to be 6. And that is Giovanna's turn. Right? Are you done?
2 actions.
Okay.
I can stab it again.
Go ahead and stab it again. Actually, you can't because you're not close enough. But it's a miss anyways.
Far away.
Oopsies. Never mind.
And it's going to bite Yvette again. Let's see if it can grab onto her this time. And it is going to be 29 to AC. So that is probably going to be a hit. 29. So Yvette, make a will save. Or fortitude save, I mean. Fortitude save. Yvette needs to make a fortitude save against malaria. And it grabs her with its second action.
Ugh.
And I'll take care of that as soon as I've calculated the damage. That is going to be 20 piercing damage to Yvette. Oops. She put it in. Okay. And Yvette, that is a failure. You have contracted malaria. Stage 1. Not as bad as it has runes, so there's that. But you are sickened.
It was nice knowing both of you. Giovanna hasn't been attacked at all.
She says, it's fine. Yvette studied this shit.
No, I've got to use my voice acting. No, 1 second. We got to redo that. Take 2. It's fine.
And-
Yvette studied this shit.
And Yvette, it grabbed you with its second action. With its third action, it's going to blood drain you. And this, it deals 3d6 damage to you. And that is going to be 13 damage to you. And you are drained 1. Yeah, this is bad. What do you think your Mystia color would be? Every character has a Mystia color. That is your alignment, because there is no alignment. There is no chaotic neutral or anything like that. Doesn't exist.
What color is your soul, Yvette?
So your alignment is your color. So there is spirit, darkness, light, darkness, spirit, darkness, element, water, wind, earth, and light. So, the Transketo is now darkness. And, Rune, it is your turn.
I'm going to step over, get close enough,
She steps
and
over.
my hand reaches out. You see a shadowy wisp coming from me. So no, you don't.
So you're right.
Grab your touch.
You cast. What was the spell?
Vampiric touch.
Vampiric Touch.
Yeah, I just like
And
put on his head because it was
it
attached
rolled
to
in
the
8 plus 8 plus 12 equals 20. So it's probably not a critical failure to take off the critical.
How to take that off?
Yeah. It is not a critical.
That's all 66 right there.
It's still doubled it looks like.
I see all 6 dices here.
Yeah, it says it's still doubled it.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
I still had a target. That's why. Supposed
So
to
it
take
should be.
22.
I'm gonna say you killed it.
Yeah, too bad I can't get none of them back.
Yeah, if Vet and Rune are not in good shape, they are sick, they're drained.
Giovanna did very little to help during that. Mostly because, I'm, long day.
So, Rune and Yvette, you both are really sick. Rune a little more sick. And malaria has... Oops, I exited out of that by accident. So malaria has a 1-day incubation period. So in 24 hours, you will need to make your fortitude save.
We just take a 24-hour nap right here and just keep doing that until...
Good luck trying to get that blood back in your system because it's infected already.
Yvette continues to maul the Transketo that was grabbing her. After around 30 seconds, she gets up. I'll go ahead and have that blood bag. Thank you very much. It's not how it works. And all I can say is, welcome to the swamp.
Welcome to the swamp.
These kinds of things are common in swamps. Thankfully, Giovanna and Bifrost can't get sick from the malaria.
No.
But
But Frost was not here. He probably would have been infinitely more helpful than me.
probably.
Listen, I told you I'm having a rough day.
Yes. I think we've all had a rough day. It looks like Yvette and Rune have had a really rough day. So, what are you two going to do? You're feeling really sick. Can you guys look over for a bit? Sleeping is no longer in the agenda for today. I'm going to be busy for a few hours. She's going to use treat disease on herself.
Dang. I can help no one. If I roll medicine, can I help them if I roll medicine? Does that help?
You can aid. You spend at least 8 hours caring for a diseased creature. Attempt a medicine check against the against the disease DC. It is above 20, so you will need to make the medicine check. After you attempt to treat a disease for a creature, you can't try again until that creature's next save against the disease. So Yvette makes her medicine check and she fails. And you can't make another medicine check against this disease until the next save, which is going to be in now 16 hours.
Can you chop my head off? Just to make it quicker. Yeah, she pulls out the elven curve blade. Here you go. It's heavy enough. Just make it quick.
Yeah, aid probably wouldn't have changed the result.
Well, let's see. One moment. Does that fix it?
Nope, it doesn't help.
Dang.
Giovanna's not really helping. She looks like she's helping. She's trying, okay? She's trying.
Giovanna doesn't have human. She's not fleshy.
she's
Oh, by the way,
trying at
Giovanna,
least.
can you say cold?
Alright, Rude, your turn. Come here and try not to scream too much.
Wait, can I
Okay.
aid? Can I aid again?
Okay, medicine check on Rune for 8 hours.
I'm gonna go ahead and aid. Does that help?
No.
No, not at all.
And that doesn't help either.
Okay, she definitely pulls out the blade this time. Here you go. And make it quick.
Giovanna lifts her dagger, absolutely ready to do it.
You know
Giovanna's like,
what? Why not? You get the
Are we really going to
curve
get
blade.
an EPK from malaria? You're going to go down that easy? What a pussy.
oh my god.
I know malaria is bad, but damn.
Well, now you guys have like 8 hours to wait until you can save.
Yeah, 8 more
Okay.
hours until you can try again.
Well, she feels really bad right now, so malaria it can be bad to some people.
Yeah, it's a deadly disease. It is a fatal disease. That's for sure. Even in this game, it is fatal. As in, once you get to stage 5, you're dead.
Just hope we don't fail a fortitude save if we get try to fight it.
Giovanna is mostly just keeping an eye out. I would assume she's just keeping an eye out, making sure nothing else comes after you.
Just making perception checks.
That's the one thing she can be helpful at this point.
Just noticing stuff.
No, she doesn't. It feels awful, I know, but you know what feels worse? Being in hell. Being in the undergrave would be worse.
Anything around?
Nope.
Notice.
Nope, you don't even hear any more buzzing.
What's your perception, Master?
Because I have it. There's a feat that I have. It made it master.
I turned it a master?
Yeah. Like, yeah, your thing's master, and I'm like, cool. I was looking through it, and I literally can't remember what it is now. Where is it? Oh, awareness. I have awareness.
She's going to treat
Your
wounds on
rank
herself.
for perception increases to master.
15 minutes. Haven't even gotten anywhere. We're still just at camp.
Okay, we're making camp again. This time just unfold your stuff because it's already here.
This is what happens when I bring out Transquitos. I knew they were nasty. DC 20 medicine on treat wounds adds a plus 10 to the healing. So she heals 15.
8 hours later. Just gonna go ahead and
No, it's been like now more than 16 hours. Because she spent 8 hours treating disease on herself, and then another 8 hours treating disease.
No, I was saying, like, we're doing the transition now, like, instead of just trying to figure out stuff to do for 8 hours.
Play in the mud for a little bit, you'll be fine.
So,
Javana's on lookout. Do you want me to play in the mud while you two are dying of malaria?
she spends another 15 minutes on Rune. And heals 24.
Oh, wow. Heals 24, that means I'm fully healed.
Yeah, still feeling sick, though.
Yeah, I'm still affected, but
And
at least the holes are fucking plugged up.
And Giovanna, how about you make me another perception check?
Oh, okay. Do I notice anything?
You notice some movement in the distance.
How threatening does it feel?
You're not too sure.
How far distance?
About 100 feet or so.
Yeah, 10,000 scope stuck in there?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and warn a veterinarian and be like, hey, like over there, and I point towards it. It's like there's some movement over there happening.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Alrighty. Make sure they're not mosquitoes.
Well, they're not buzzing, so I'm
Yvette
hoping
says,
they're
oh,
not.
just our luck.
But I also don't want to go poking around in there as the only healthy person here.
But it doesn't feel threatening to you right now.
It does not feel threatening to me.
For now.
Now.
So, should we
You also-
continue or just wait for Yvette?
You also feel, it just feels like you're not alone.
Ugh.
It feels like someone or something is watching you. You feel watched.
What do you think the odds are that I can sneak up on this thing, guys?
You don't think that it's whatever you saw that is watching you. It's just something that feels more in your area.
Oh. I want to look and see if I can notice anything that would be watching me or anything that seems.
And I assume that's what Rune is doing too. And with that
Yeah.
15, Rune, you don't know. You just it just feels like something is watching you.
Just that sense, being watched, that's all.
Yeah. And you can't really tell what it could be.
Nothing, no dreadful feelings or nothing.
Just the dread of being watched. And, being sick from malaria.
Yeah, that too. That could be the dread part too.
Remember, guys, get vaccinated. If there's a vaccine for malaria, which I believe there is now actually a vaccine for malaria, get vaccinated.
Please. Look what happens.
Yeah.
As we know, Rune is staunchly anti-vax.
Alright, dickheads, here's the deal. I'm the only one who still has injuries. Take care of me, or you guys won't have a medic anymore. If whatever this is attacks us, I'm going to
when
try
his middle
not
was saying
to,
that, I just take one of the
jump at it and bite it
potion bottle and shove it in his mouth.
empty as it is. Okay,
Here, drink this.
Rude shoves a healing potion down your throat.
Bottle and all.
While they're doing that and assumably making some noise, I'm gonna try and sneak towards that thing that was away. I saw moving.
That's a little rude. You're gonna try to sneak towards whatever it is you saw?
No, yeah, the thing that I saw moving over in the bushes or wherever.
Do that one more time and I'm biting your face off. Okay, Giovanna, make a stealth check.
Okay, it's stealthy. Oh.
Giovanna, you're not being very stealthy at the moment. As you're moving towards it, you break some branches and step some branches.
I don't get a bonus or something for them doing that over there.
And whatever it was that was moving, you now see it poke its head up and look at you, and you see it's just this big, insect-like head with big bulgy eyes, And it's kind of black and violet. And you can make me a nature check.
Oh, I was about to stab it. But that works too.
It's still some distance away from you. It's still about 60
Well, I was gonna hit
feet
it
or
with
so.
some sort of spell.
And 17, you're not too sure what it could be.
Well,
And it kind of chirps and then it puts its head back down. Yvette whispers to Rune, so we can agree that she volunteered to be in the front, right?
and
Looks that way. Rune says, looks that way.
I would like. How far away from it am I?
About 60, 70 feet or so.
I would like to get closer.
So you move ever closer. Make me another stealth check.
Oh, I have to do it stealthily. Okay.
Still not doing too well. You're still breaking branches along your way, and it pokes its head out again. Kind of looks, and then
Can I
back
tell
down.
what it is now that I'm closer?
and then the head goes back down.
Wait, but could I see what it is now because I'm closer?
You can go ahead and make another nature check to see if you know what it is. 29.
Do I know?
You think that it could be a cyctus?
And what is that?
It is like a big praying mantis with psychic powers.
How much of a threat level would I assume that is?
Well, they tend to only attack if feel threatened.
I'm gonna back away. Joanna's just gonna be like, you know what? Not worth it, and walk away. Like, back away.
Okay, Giovanna's finally being smart. Don't attack the wildlife if you don't have to.
You're like 100 feet away from it.
Sure, Yvette.
For once, Giovanna's like, you know what? I'm not gonna fight it.
That's smart. That is really smart.
Yes. Giovanna had a brain blast.
Don't attack the wildlife unless you have to.
Listen, I just wanted to make sure the wildlife wasn't gonna attack us.
That's fair.
Because if we're gonna have to go swinging, I want to be the first one hit with these two motherfuckers being sick.
That is certainly fair because the last wildlife attacked you.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, listen. Giovanna's gonna have to take the hits if Bifrost isn't here.
Fair. So, Rude and Yvette, what are you two doing? Other than feeling really sick and drained.
You're just like puking in a bush somewhere.
Bifrost
into a
is currently on his charging deck, plugged into a tree somewhere. And Giovanna comes back. Yvette jokingly says, "So how'd it go? Did you negotiate with the weird-ass mantis and give it all of our gold for it to not attack us? Because I'm not paying."
I look at Yvette and I'm like, you know what? Next time, you know what? Anyway, no, it's not gonna attack us unless we attack it. What do you mean? There's just a small forest fire happening, like at the beginning of the forest, with Bifrost just standing in the middle of it. He didn't get the last patch.
Well, it's too wet here for there to really be a forest fire.
Well, no, it's just like a small forest fire. The rest of the trees aren't catching because it's like soaking wet, but there was like 2 dry trees.
Yvette says, "Well, that's a bit underwhelming, but I guess I can't complain too much."
And I'm gonna do another perception check to see if I can notice anything else that's happening around me.
That's probably the point, Rune.
Yeah, that's literally the point.
16. Yeah, you don't notice anything, just this dread feeling of being watched. You also notice Yvette and Brune are still feeling awfully sick.
Should we stay or should we just keep going?
I mean, we're staying here, and we know there's that one thing that's over there, the mantis, freaky mantis,
Cyctus.
the cyctus, and then there's also like I feel like something is watching us. But I don't want to venture too far away in case something else is like, boo.
Should we be making a fortress out of this area and call it Animal?
Starts
Bifrost
already chopping down trees.
pipes up for a moment to say, "I think we should get going." Otherwise, we're going to be spending an eternity here.
Yeah, let's get going.
So
I want to go in the direction that's not towards the this.
So everyone packs up and starts moving out.
You know what? That would be sick. We become monsters.
Yvette says, "I'm pretty sure we're here on a mission not to start a new life on a mysterious small cottage in the woods." Yes, indeed.
I think it would be pretty sick to become the legends, to become the menace in the woods. That's just me.
Maybe the cottage is the mission.
Giovanna starts chopping down trees again.
No, don't. So everyone packs up and starts moving out. What direction do you want to move out to? What direction are you moving towards?
I want to go in the direction that's not towards the Yes, that. Can't say that word.
You said it once. You said it once.
I said it once. I can't say it again.
Well, if you want, we can leave you here after we leave Giovanna.
Giovanna's like, I'm holding you to that.
Okay, so make a survival check. Make survival checks. Sorry. Wrong IP. Let's please not get a copyright strike on that.
We'll just put like a censor bar over that.
Or I could clear the chat. How do I clear the chat?
Right click.
Right click, clear.
There you go.
Literally, Yvette just said something.
I'm sorry, Yvette. What did you say?
I saw it pop up as you deleted.
Seth, roll reflex save dodge. I think I just did. Okay, so your survival check was a 25, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
So you head out. You start heading in. You start heading in a more towards the west. You start heading more towards the west. Just something is drawing you towards the west. And the whole way through this swamp, as you start stepping into muck and it starts getting deeper, and you do find that there are some old bridges that there are some old bridges over parts of the swamp. Very old. They look like they've been here for years. They don't look exactly very safe, but what else are you going to do when parts of the swamp is pretty deep? And I don't think you want to get caught in the muck.
Which one of us is the heaviest?
Probably you, Giovanna.
Because you're all
Fuck.
metal and wood. Well, some wood do float, but not all of them.
Bifrost can float.
I can also float, but I think I used that last time.
Who's the lightest one? Wait. Then I'll look at you, but you're the smallest one here.
Oh, well, that's a daily.
All
is
right,
this a different
which one
day
of
from
you
the
guys
last
is
one?
the
We didn't.
strongest? Like, let's say
Same guy.
hypothetically strong enough to toss a kobold over a pit.
You could be able to toss a little cobalt over the pit. I don't think I can. I say you look it.
What role would that be for me to throw? Oh.
An athletics check.
Oh,
That
we
was
don't want
a
me to
joke.
do that.
Please
We don't want me to do that.
effing do that.
No, we don't want Giovanna to do that at all.
No.
Yeah, you need to be careful around Giovanna because she will take things literally.
Giovanna was absolutely prepared. Giovanna was prepared to stab Rune and also to throw a vet. And Giovanna said no hesitation. I won't hesitate.
So what are
I
you
think
doing?
we need Bifrost here.
What
He's the
are
voice
you
of reason.
doing? What are you doing to get through this swamp? Are you going to test the bridges? They look look like they've been here for a long time.
I'm going to grab a stick. I'm going to trace the drainage to see how deep it is.
Okay, so you have a grappling. Okay, so theoretically, I would say that you should go across and tie the rope to whatever is holding the bridge in place. Just keep it there just in case, and we'll hold the rope. And then we'll cross the bridge, but if the bridge falls apart, we're still holding the rope so we can get back up. I think that's.
Fly
I think
fishing.
yeah.
Fly fishing. Well, the last flies tried to kill you, so. The last flies actually almost killed you.
Yeah. I think a vet should go over and like tie it to something that looks sturdy, assuming that it's like 100-foot bridge.
Those weren't flies. They were Alaska state birds. Really, I didn't know Alaska state bird was a transquito.
Listen, they're progressive.
Apparently.
Yeah,
How
so
long
how
does the
long is the
bridge go
bridge?
for? The bridges are roughly about 10, 15 feet, in some places 20 feet. It depends.
Well, we have 100 feet of rope, so I feel like we could do that.
Hey, why don't you just give a vet your dagger? Wait a minute, you got a grappling hook on yours, in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a
Just
grappling
toss
hook.
it. Then again, you try to hold on to the post, pull on my axe, it's not the post.
Yeah.
That would be a tree over there.
You know
There's
what?
also a
Javana's
very
finally tired of doing this. Javana's gonna cross the bridge.
there's
I'm
also
tired of
a
thinking.
very distinct stench in the air. It's just the nature of being in a swamp, you know. It
I don't think
smells
the bottle
swampy.
can smell that.
It smells swampy. Giovanna can't smell it, but you two can.
Oh wait, can I make a perception check to see if I notice anything? Like, I don't know.
Go for
Okay.
it. Excuse me. 22. You don't notice anything off the bat. You just still feel that ever-growing sense of being watched.
If Giovanna had a stone, shivers would be going up it.
Hell, let's go. I'll grab the rope at the bridge, what's left of it, and just go across.
We're gonna go one by one. There's not gonna be three of us on this bridge at once.
Probably the best idea. Probably the best idea.
Yeah, I would say that one by one we should go.
You stay here,
I'll
keep
go
going, I'll go.
I'll go last because I am the heaviest.
Okay.
I'm most likely to break
So,
it.
probably Yvette should go first because she is the
Yeah.
lightest.
That's the lightest.
Okay.
All right, Yvette, you're going first.
I'll go first. The bridge has got to be the least damaged then.
Yeah, you don't want to go after Giovanna. At least Bifrost isn't here.
Oh, Bifrost is still following after you. But he could float.
He's just floating. I mean, I can. Yeah, I can also technically float, but.
So Yvette goes across the bridge first, and Yvette, make me an acrobatics check. Like I said, it feels kind of rickety. An 18. So Yvette makes it across pretty easily. And next up, I believe, is Rune.
Well, here I go. This is probably the last time you see me too. Who knows?
Oh my god.
Yvette or Rude, make me an acrobatics check. Rude makes it across. And next up, Giovanna.
I look at it and I'm just like, ugh.
All right, I have an idea. What if I toss the rope over there? What are you doing, you idiot? And that is a fail. Giovanna, make a reflex save.
Yvette screaming was like, what?
20. Okay, Giovanna, you managed to maintain your balance. But parts of the bridge kind of fell into the muck. So now there is now there's about a 5-foot gap between you and the rest of the bridge. Yvette readies her grappling hook, ready to shoot it to try to grab Giovanna if things go wrong.
Yes, I'm jumping the gap.
Yep, that is going to be, I believe, acrobatics. Is that right, Rune?
On what?
She's going to jump this gap. I believe that's acrobatics?
Athletics, because
Athletics.
jump.
Okay,
Use
athletics.
muscles.
Make me an athletics check. So you try to jump this gap. And she falls in. No, she's spending a hero point. Okay, she doesn't fall in. She jumps across.
Hey, double her chances, huh?
Okay, now... Alright, actually I have an idea. Here's the... I don't know why you bother. Yvette's just shaking her head.
Giovanna looked like she was about to fall in and then just gracefully landed.
And now, Giovanna, make me an acrobatics check as you try to get across the rest of the bridge. You managed to get across the rest of the bridge. Now, for worse for wear, there's part of the bridge now in the muck. And Bifrost just floats across. Bifrost just floats across. Maybe smart, but not sure I can see any common sense there.
Listen.
Well, at least Giovanna got across.
I wasn't gonna fall in that muck.
I'd be fine with it if it wasn't for the fact it's been working out so well. Well, at least Giovanna got across. Everyone got across.
Okay, we got a bunch of other bridges to go through.
There's still more swamp. And the sense that you're being watched, it just continues to grow the further you go.
Can I make another perception check?
Go for it.
I'm just gonna keep making perception checks until I die.
20.
What do
A dirty
see?
20. You don't really see anything. You just feel like you're being washed. Hey, a rhyme, but not sure not sure about the reason.
Listen, I found out I had a mastery in perception, and I'm never not going to use it.
Well, what are you guys going to do? You just this sense of being watched just continues to grow.
Are we getting closer to the thing, or is it coming closer to us from behind?
We don't know what it is. We have absolutely no clue what's happening. Um,
That'd be messed up. We just turn around looking after we got across. There's a freaking flock of freaking little psychics over there. It's like, uh-oh.
again,
If you turned around, as you turn around and look, there's nothing there. Just
Okay.
more
What's in the
swamp.
trees then? I look up.
So Rune looks up and make a perception check.
No, I don't see anything.
I would also like to look up.
So Rune, Rune, as you look up, a bit of a branch just falls from a tree and straight onto your face.
Oh my God.
What's that?
What do I see in the trees?
Okay, I'm going to put it this way. I'm on my back right now. Because that branch.
Rune takes 3 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my God.
Yvette chuckles a bit watching that.
Ow. So now I move the brush out of the way. I look up again.
Ivana's also still looking up.
Okay. With that 28, you see a flock of birds up in the branches. Just lots and lots of birds.
Can I tell what kind of birds they are?
Make me a nature check. Actually, for these, that'll be an occultism check.
Never mind. Occultism.
25. Close enough. Close enough to the
Well,
last one. So, with 25, Rune makes an occultism check too.
yeah, because I moved the branch
Yvette,
out of my
I
way
assume,
and kept
is going to
looking.
make one too. With a 28. So, Giovanna and Yvette, you think these Mystimon are this. Psycheres.
Ikari?
Psycheres. They are an unusual bird Mystimon that seems to hang out a lot where people are dying and where people have been buried a lot. They hang out a lot around cemeteries and such.
I'm uncomfortable with the energy in the room we've created today. Ivana just kind of looks down. And is like, ugh.
Yvette says, "Oh, those. I think I've read about them before. They like hang out around dead people and shit." And like honestly, same. So, what are you doing?
Keep going.
Just ignore the Psycheries since they're not really bothering you too much.
No, we're not close to death. We're still alive. So yeah, take that, branch. Knock on wood. We're still alive.
So you guys want to place bets on who died?
Well, at least I got a walking stick.
Well, I mean, does it count if I die? Because I'm not organic.
If you die, you're destroyed.
I just want answers and I have questions.
I'm just pulling answers out of my ass for the hell of it.
Jokes aside, it could be worth investigating, Yvette says.
Good.
So do you want to pursue a lead then?
You lead away.
And as for you, Giovanna, I guess you'll find out when you die. Also, yes, Yvette is pursuing a lead on these Psycheries. More particularly on why these Psycheries are here. Since they hang out a lot where people have died. Where there's been a lot of death.
So, is this sinkhole we're currently around a graveyard somehow?
This swamp could potentially be a graveyard, yes. It's possible.
That's literally like the first thing I thought of because I was like, I think this entire thing is probably a graveyard. Because we've been feeling like we've been watched for like a hot minute, but none of us looked up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going.
Psycheries are very small, purplish birds with big, bulbish eyes.
Damn, that's one ugly bird.
Yeah.
It was really big. I'm gonna say we just keep going forward.
So you continue on forward. Yvette is pursuing a lead on the Psycheries. She says, "Can't say I've ever been to a graveyard. My job involves people a bit before that part of the process."
I'm just look at them and I'm like, I don't really understand what death is. Automatons don't really die in the same way that you organics do.
So, like, you know how you're, like, thinking and speaking right now?
Yeah.
Says Yvette.
I'm doing that. I'm thinking and speaking.
Imagine if you weren't.
I mean, I wasn't for like a long time, and then I was again. I was delivered in a box.
No, you weren't delivering in a box.
Why not?
No. You remember being dropped off at the ranch by a very stern Dragla, and he just brought you in and just threw you into the house, and that's what you remember. You don't have you don't remember too much. You don't remember too much from before that. You remember spending some time with the stern Dragla.
Low-key out of character, I want to keep playing Giovanna just to see if I can ever get a pass. I'm curious. But anyway.
Possessed orc. I mean, if you're really curious, you could always go in the front and see if you find out. Yvette chuckles.
Push Yvette to the front.
Yvette says, well, fuck you too then.
I should have gone first just so they have harder acrobatics checks.
That seems the quickest way to find out what death is all about. Well, I guess you'll know, Rune.
Oh my god.
You're still sick from malaria. You should have gotten that vaccine.
Anyways, I want to cross the next bridge. Is there another bridge to cross?
Yes.
No, I'm going. I'm gonna.
Giovanna's going to go across the next bridge, and she makes it across.
Yeah, I was really hoping for a low score just to make it harder for Yvette.
And at that moment, the Psycheries that are up in the branches suddenly start flying off, and you hear the chirping sound and the fluttering of their wings.
I don't think that's. I mean, I know they're like death birds, but I still don't think that's a good sign, guys.
Well, Giovanna, you could make a society check. Since you know they tend to be around areas where there's been a lot of death. And with that 29, you think there has been a lot of death in this area. You remember reading something about in ancient times there being some kind of a war in this region. And you believe this war was between the Gelvarin and another elven race.
The Givarin and the Elven race.
Another elven race. The Gelvarin are elves, they're fae, but there was another fae subrace that they were at war with for a long time in around the First Age.
I'm gonna go ahead and relay this information to Rune and Yvette.
Yvette tosses a bit of rope over to Giovanna and holds on to the opposite end and says, hold on to this. If I fall, pull. It's good to have a failsafe. Then begin to sprint over the bridge, while also having her grappling hook on the other hand, because she wants to have a failsafe for the failsafe.
That's really good because Giovanna really is going to be having an internal debate if she's going to pull the rope.
I was thinking that.
Okay, Yvette, make an acrobatics check. Yvette, you make it across.
Wait, I wanted to ask, is there like any check I can make to see if them flying off is like a bad sign or something?
You can make an occultism check.
Ooh.
You're not sure. And next is Rune. Make your acrobatics check.
Yay.
Yvette grabs the rest of the rope off of Giovanna, and before she tosses it to Rude, that happens. Yvette, Rude makes it across, and then Bifrost just floats across.
How many more bridges are there?
Tons.
A few.
Tons.
Oh my god. So are we just doing this until... Is there a threshold in which we've crossed enough bridges that we can successfully cross all the bridges?
Eventually, maybe. Also, she looks up, wondering what those birds leaving even means. She rolls an occultism check.
Across the next bridge?
And rolls a critical success. At 20 on the die. Yvette, you believe that the reason those birds are fluttering off is because they sense a very powerful spiritual energy. Because Psycheres are thought to guide spirits to the next world.
Wait a second, are we already dead?
No. You check and you're very much alive.
Would like to note that Giovanna already crossed the next bridge.
Yeah, Giovanna's already across the next bridge.
Well, let's go. Wait a minute.
Yeah, you probably don't want to set any fires here because there is a very heavy scent of methane and other gases, swamp.
Ugh.
Boom.
No fire-based attacks, guys.
Yeah, probably would be smart.
I see a fire anthill with gasoline poured down it. Boom.
So, Rune, do you want to make an acrobatics check as you go across the next bridge as Yvette is talking about something? Rune makes it across. Bifrost just floats across. Yvette says, the science of occultism, page 45, line 5. If Psycheri tend to flee when they feel the presence of strong spiritual energy, well, I'm certainly flattered.
If Giovanna had eyes, they would have glazed over during that.
Also, there's no if there.
Shoot.
My bad.
Did Yvette just drop her book in the mud? That's why she's cussing.
Yvette, come on, make it over the bridge, baby.
No, she just quoted something because I'm extra on crits. Also, let's go. The usual, toss the rope, etc., etc. And a 14, she fails. Who's going to pull the rope?
I'll pull the rope. This will be fun.
Rude pulls the rope. Make an athletics check. 17. You managed to pull her out. Before she falls too far into the muck.
Want me to toss you back in there while I'm at it? Fly fishing.
Oh my god. Giovanna turns around, crossing the next bridge.
Okay.
Oh, no, she's not.
Giovanna, you fall in. Make a reflex save. as boards just start falling into the muck. And you manage to not fall into the muck along with the boards. But now you have a big gap to jump across.
How big of a gap?
This, the bridge is basically non-existent anymore.
I will be floating across.
So Giovanna just starts floating across with her psionic energy. While Rune and Yvette will have to jump.
I'm going to run back, do a run and jump.
Yvette says, Rune, if you even try to push me down there, I will make sure that the fiery bits of the Undergrave seem like mercy to you.
Oh my god.
So, Rune, make an athletics check to jump across. It's a 10-foot gap.
Ooh.
Do you want...
Yvonne trust me when I try to run. Right into it.
Rune jumps and goes straight into the muck.
Yep, Yvonne trust me. Whoosh, right into the mud.
Make an athletics check to try to swim.
Ugh.
You're not doing too well. Yvette says, I never let go of my grappling hook. Can I try to shoot it at them before as they fall? Like a reflex or something? Sure, make a reflex save to try to save Rune's butt. As she is swimming through the muck.
Nice knowing you.
So you toss this grappling hook, and Rune, you manage to grab it. Not a whole lot of fun swimming through muck, is it?
No, I cover from down my neck down in mud.
Yeah. You
also
manage
have
to grab the
malaria.
grappling hook, and you get pulled out somehow. Grab onto the rocks on the cliff because you're like 2 times bigger than me, and if I have to pull you, then I'll just fall too.
Alright, swim towards the rocks. Pull myself out.
Okay, athletics check. Another critical failure. Rune, you're not doing too well. I don't think Rune knows how to swim.
Shimon is just still floating.
So Rune can't swim.
Well, most sailors can't swim. Actually, she's supposed to be able to swim, but got a little strength.
She uses the hook she now has on her to try to pull anyways without risking herself too much. Okay, make an athletics check of that.
I think I'm still holding on to the grapple.
Yeah.
Maybe.
As you're drowning.
Yeah, you're still holding on to the grappling hook.
You're like flailing around, but you still just have the grappling hook in your hand.
10 minus 2 equals 8.
I just want to know how I have the highest athletics here.
Yvette is not doing too well either. Yeah, maybe Giovanna should help?
Let's see. I'm slowly going down with my thumb going up in the mud. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Giovanna's gonna go, like, she's gonna float back over and just grab the rope. and then just float back to the other side that we're trying to cross to and start pulling him up.
Okay. Roll an athletics check to try to pull her out. So
We're all gonna
eventually you managed to pull her out. Eventually you managed to pull her out. This is a fail. This is a fail forward check.
Okay.
It just takes you a while.
Takes me a hot minute to get her out.
Yeah.
I'm still floating while I do it, by the way. I just never stop floating.
No longer a
Very
frost elf, now a muck elf.
But now it's your turn to try and cross. Also, did you make it a fail forward check just because you knew none of us were ever gonna pass?
No, because it's supposed to be.
Okay, because I was like, none of us are ever gonna pass an athletics check.
Well, at least I now know where I can put the rank into next time.
Alright, you guys know the deal. You two both grab onto this rope. Because I'm sure I'm not gonna be too hard to pull out. Or, like, at least not harder than it was to pull Rune.
Doesn't.
There's the roll I needed. Maybe.
No offense.
I mean, aren't you still gonna try and jump? Because you're not in the water yet. But at least we're not.
So,
How
Yvette,
about this?
make an athletics check to jump across.
We're not pulling you through the entire thing.
No, because if we pull hard enough both together, he'd be flying towards it like a sling.
So, Yvette makes it across.
And with that, next bridge time.
Yvette says, "Woo, still got it." And Bifrost grabs onto Giovanni and just shakes his head. Let the other two go first.
Well, at this point, I'm floating, so I'm just gonna float over this one. I'm already on the other side.
So Giovanna just floats across and manages to not damage the bridge.
No, I just break the bridge somehow on the way there.
So,
I throw a brick at it.
who's up next? Who's going to make their acrobatics check to make it across?
I take it this time.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Rude makes it across.
For once.
And next, Yvette. She doesn't even need to explain the strategy anymore. And she makes it across.
How many more bridges are there?
And as Yvette makes it across, you see the Psycheries fluttering overhead. And they make a U-turn over your head, and then suddenly they start dive bombing straight towards you. And that is where I'm going to end today's session.
Which who?
These
Or-
Psycheries are dive bombing straight towards you, and that is where I'm going to end today's session.
Bifrost better make it, because we're fucked if it's just us. Yourself.
So, we will see everyone next time for part 4. Is it part 4? Yeah, it should be
Yeah.
part 4 of Curse of the Shadowwood. See you guys next time.